Hi and welcome into another video on this channel. So today we'll be further going through NestJS framework and we will talk about the concept of decorators there. So let's hop into our VS Code project and work on that. Alright, so we are already in our Visual Studio Code project and we have our NestJS project created here. Just to go very shortly through that, if you didn't see that videos, we have a just very basic using Nest CLI project boilerplate. We have app service which just return a hello world, and we have some paths in the controller, and we have some kind of a middleware that we showed. But today we'll be only talking about this particular route that is doing a get hello and this get decorator. So if we would like to create a custom one like this get here, but let's say we would like to create a decorator that will show how much time passed for the specific function or controller or service to be executed. So let's say we'll create a time decorator, which will just throw execution time into the console log. So first thing, let's create ourselves a directory here. Let's call it decorators. And let's write time decorator.ts and start to type our decorator. So we will do export function time. It will be an instance of method decorator. As you can see already, Copilot is showing us something here. So maybe let's use it and I will explain it more and what we need to do with it. So we will be returning a function because decorator is actually always a function which has target, key, and this descriptor. We will do some console logs here so I can show you what it reference. So let's do console log on this, let's do console log on that, and let's do console log on descriptor. And here we'll also do toString method, and I will tell you more about it once we run it and how it correlates to everything here. So we have our time descriptor, which will be returning a function. It gets the target, key, and descriptor. So target will be actually the prototype of the class on which it is being invoked, but I will show you that and the screen a little bit better once we run this function. The key will be actually if we will apply it on this method, on this get route, then actually it will be our get hello method. So you will see that, and it can be string or a symbol. And in the descriptor we'll have an object, but actually we'll be mostly considering a value where actually the function will reside that we want to apply. And then we will just create a console time on this key and console end so that it will give us the difference in the start and end. So it will actually give us an execution time. And in the meantime, between that, we will just invoke the function that should be our destination. So let's go to app controller. Let's import this decorator and let's invoke it on this function, and it will make much more sense. So I will do npm run start dev here. We will be able to see already the console logs here. So let's see what we have. I already mentioned that the target would be a prototype. So it would be a prototype of this app controller, but actually in NestJS, this app controller has a blank prototype. That's why we are getting this blank object. As you can see in the key, we are getting get hello. So this is actually this method name. And in the descriptor of the value, we actually get this whole function. So that's why when we are in this time decorator, the key is here. So we are using this key to map it let's say that this is the start of this function and end of this function, and we can apply this original method because we know that under original method we have a descriptor.value, so actually we have a function that should be run, and here we just run it, and then we are just returning this result. So we can say that it's a decorator, but also a little bit of a middleware. So it is intercepting that we would want to run this function. We are creating a start time before we run it, then we run it. At the end, we are just giving the time end, and we are getting the value of this function, so we can run it here, and we are just returning the result, and then we are just returning the whole descriptor. So that looks more or less this way, and let's run yet another here, and let's do a very simple curl to localhost 3001. We are getting our hello world, so we hit this particular route because it's on the slash of the main app controller, and if we all go here, we will see that the request get to slash is actually coming from this logger middleware that we have here, and this get hello comes from our decorator, because here we did console time on this get hello and console time end, so that Node.js is returning us this hello. So I can run it few more times. If I would have some compute heavy operations here, I would get different results, but actually you can see how we can approach the decorators in NestJS. So we can use it for something like this, but in future videos I will show you also how we can use a guard to safeguard our application. We will do a security and authorization and authentication on that, and then we will create a custom decorator to go also with that. But for today, it's a very brief information about decorators and how we can approach it. So that will be all for today. If you like such content, please of course subscribe to the channel, and if you would like to see me making a video on a particular subject that you are interested in, let me know down in the comments below. So thank you for today, and see ya in another one.